Ben, speaking of work, we moved to Tazewell County, where one town is set to receive a new and improved post office. It's happening in the small town of Pocahontas. Our Robert Castillo spoke with the mayor of the town and has more on that new post office that's planned for Pocahontas.
The town of Pocahontas saw their historic post office close in 2015 due to structural concerns. The town's mayor, Benjamin Gibson, says the former post office dates back to the 1920s and was first built somewhere around 1870.
It just got to just being such an age that it didn't meet the postal standards. You know, whether it was moisture issues, you know, sagging floors and things of that nature. And
since the former post office closed, the Postal Service has been operating out of the small drive-through space of a former bank building in town. In 2018, Gibson says the Postal Service purchased the bank building to house a new post office, but says they're just now getting around to fixing up the space.
The town was fearful for years that we'd lose the Postal Service, but when they purchased that property in 2018, there was a plan to remodel that historical building. One of the things that took so long to get it going was it did have to go through a historical type of research to determine what needed to be saved and updates.
Gibson says work on the new post office has already begun. He expects it to be ready to accept mail by the end of the year. Gibson says he's grateful for county and state support to make the new location happen.
We don't have, you know, mailboxes in front of our houses, so that would have been something they would have had to adapt to. And you lose your post office, it's almost like you lose some of your identity. You know, our zip code is 24635, and that's really tied to the town of Pocahontas, but to that post office.
Before settling on the new post office location, Gibson says there was a possibility of building a new location in town, but due to land stability, the idea was scrapped. Here for you in Pocahontas, I'm Robert Castillo, WVVA News.
Thank you for that report, Robert. That new post office location was not only a former bank in town, but it was also Pocahontas' town hall at one point. Ben? Thank you.